November. Oh my gosh. Yesterday was Halloween. Now it's November 1st and there are leaves all over the ground. They went from the trees to the ground. And a lot of the trees are looking bare now.
How was your Halloween?
My Halloween was great. How was yours? Ah. So I hope you guys enjoy our October Halloween video. And I'm going to be editing that today and tomorrow while I make this next video for November. It's not going to be for the whole month of November. In November, we plan on doing more DIY and cooking videos because as the weather is starting to get cooler, your girl can only handle being outside in the cold for so long. And yes, we do look forward to winter adventures, especially when there is a lot of snow. But there is a little bit of a lull in how nature looks like from October when all the leaves are at their peak colors and they're still on the trees to when we get the first snow. There's a little bit of a lull. So during that time, we like to do more work on the house. We started a gym project last winter where we want to get back on that. And then you have a fish tank project.
Yes.
That we want to work on, like making a really cool at-home DIY fish tank. Today we're going to make menudo, which is a Mexican soup that's gonna save your soul, and we're gonna show you guys how to make it. It does take time, it is so worth it though, and we're gonna go get the ingredients right now. I hope you guys had a great Halloween and are having a great fall so far. So menudo can be made with pork feet, pig's feet, but because I don't eat pork, we're gonna go with beef feet and get a few of those. Okay, we're home. I'm going to introduce you guys to all the ingredients, and then we have a little camera setup stand right over here so that, you know, even though if I try and keep my hand still, that way you guys don't see a lot of shaking. But we're gonna show you guys the process of making menudo. We just came back from the stores. We got all the spices, the beef tripe, the beef ankles.
Yes.
Tortillas, hominy, which I think is so funny. Hold on, let me show you guys this, hold on. So this is what hominy is for anyone who doesn't know it. And you can get it in a can. It's like a starch thingy.
Anybody that's had, when you go to like, I first started eating corn nuts when I played Little League baseball when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
So corn nuts are original flavor, they have barbecue, they have ranch today, all these other ones. Mm-hmm. But that is corn nuts, but they're like big, you know, big pieces. Well, that's what this is. This is a type of corn.
Okay. And the way I remember it is hamana, hamana, hamana.
Where's
How many? I don't know, but I remember a Friends episode, and he likes Seinfeld, but he doesn't like Friends. I like both, I don't discriminate. And there's an episode where Monica sees this guy who's really, really cute, and she goes, hamana, hamana, hamana. So.
We should probably address the shirt that I'm wearing. Yes, my daughter got it for me. I'm forced to wear it.
He's a super dad. Let's get started. With the beef ankle, add some garlic and bay leaves and a whole onion for seasoning, among other seasonings.
Next, we'll add the cumin, and I usually just do it by eye.
Yeah.
So my pot is about half full. I don't know how many quarts this is. I would say that's probably nearly 2 gallons of water in there.
Okay.
So I usually just eyeball it.
All right.
But I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be around 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Okay. Of course, salt and pepper to taste. We don't really measure exactly. We kind of just measure by eye, like good Latin people. So again, just cooking that beef ankle for about an hour with the garlic, and there's an onion in here, the bay leaf, the salt, the pepper, the cumin, and I kind of have to sneeze, so let me go do that off camera. we are prepping a bunch of toppings for later. So we are prepping jalapenos as well as onions, cilantro, and lime, which we're going to use to dress the menudo when it is finished and in the bowl to serve. We're going to use that all later. The next part of the process, after dicing all of these ingredients like the onions and cilantro and everything and these limes, right, is we're going to take the peppers that we bought, the red and black ones, and we're going to take out the seeds and clean them and open them and then wash them. So mostly Noel has cleaned out all of the peppers. The black ones, they smell kind of sweet actually, as well as the red ones. And all the seeds are taken out, then they were washed. And so now he's ready to put them in boiling water because
well, you want to kind of hydrate them. These are pretty fresh, so they're still pretty hydrated.
Okay.
But we want to just soften them up a little bit. Just cook them slightly, and then once that's done, I'll let them cool down a little bit, and they go into a blender to make like a puree out of it. That's going to be our main base seasoning in this.
Yeah. So the soup is not spicy like your mouth is burning, but it is heavily spiced.
Yes.
So that's the puree that goes into it, right?
Yep.
All right. So I just take these peels and I just put them in this blender, right?
Yes, they go in the blender, and we'll probably add a little water to it.
Ooh.
So
do we add some of this water?
You can add some of that water, but we can also use, or I usually use some of the broth from this.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm making a mess.
I don't know if they'll all fit. You might have to do it in 2 batches.
Okay.
They might though.
All right.
Either or, it doesn't matter. We can do them in batches.
All right.
Okay, so we just want to blend it. You can leave the lid on lightly for now.
Okay, is that fine?
And yes, and then you're going to blend it for probably, well, you want it a few minutes, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, just on high.
Okay.
And it'll become a puree.
Okay. You guys, this is the blended puree of the peppers, and it's very literally the secret sauce of menudo. This is what gives menudo its amazing flavor. This is the most important part of the process, in my opinion. And once you have the sauce put into the broth, now you're gonna wash your hominy, and then you're gonna add your hominy and let it cook with the beef tripe and the ankles and everything else for at least another hour. And it looks so good. So, legend says that menudo is the cure to a hangover.
It is.
Have you experienced this?
I have experienced that.
How was it?
I've told you this story before, but it is very accurate that menudo will take your hangover away. I once had a hangover years ago, real bad. My sister got me some menudo. I took 2 or 3 bites. I couldn't take any more because I was going to get sick. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling better. Ate the rest of the menudo, hangover was gone.
The Mexican cure to a hangover.
They call
And I
it
heard
the
it'll save your soul.
breakfast of champions.
Ah, because you can make it in the evening and then have it for breakfast.
Yeah.
There you guys go.
Yeah, it's typically served for breakfast. So.
And now you get to serve your menudo with all your toppings, drizzle on a lime, and you can even serve it with tortillas on the side. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and seeing our menudo video. We want to do a lot more cooking videos and like DIY indoor videos for you guys. We know a lot of really fun stuff. Like we have a lot of fun projects to come this winter. Noel knows how to do a lot of things around the house. I've learned so much. I think you guys could too if you don't already know. Although I'm sure so much of this audience could literally build a house on their own, knowing that it's like redneck and poppy, you know? And then Noel is actually a chef. Like he knows so many cool recipes, and I want you guys to kind of see more of that side of him. So it's just a bit chaotic because he has a big family. So that's why it's hard to film these things like cooking, but I've convinced him. Anyways, the menudo is the cure to the hangover, and it'll save your soul. So go ahead and try it, and I'll see you next time.